2:30 now, the Lucius Challenge Cup Handicap Chase. Favourite Better Times Ahead at evens, 15-8 Lord of the West and 5-1 Bar.
And away they go for the Lucius Challenge Cup Handicap Chase in memory of the 1979 Grand National winner. Scribbler leads as they come down to the first of the 19. On the far side, Majority Major, Better Times Ahead, measures it beautifully a length away in third. Parsons Boy in his slipstream, and Lord of the West and Paul Carberry on the inside. And now they have this long run up past the enclosures before they tackle the next plain fence, which is in the dip right on the far side of the course. And Scribbler and Majority Major just a length or so clear from Better Times Ahead. Parsons Boy shading on the outside, Lord of the West as they swing right-handed, and quite a good pace on up front. And Scribbler and Majority Major are the two leaders, with Tony Dobbin just on the outside of those, and Better Times Ahead keeping to the inside. Then we have Lord of the West going the shortest way round, and Parsons Boy and Brian Harding have dropped back a length or so behind in fifth and last place. But this is very early stages as they're heading downhill towards the second. Majority Major and Scribbler, those are head-to-head, a length back then to Better Times Ahead, tucked in behind them by Tony Dobbin. And then we have Lord of the West and Parsons Boy as they go downhill and straighten up now towards this fence in the dip. Majority Major on the inside of Scribbler. Better Times Ahead, who likes to see plenty of daylight at his fences on the outside. My goodness, he jumped that well, didn't he? Better than Scribbler in second place, who just jumped it accurately enough, but not as exuberantly as Better Times Ahead on the outside. Majority Major and Better Times Ahead go on. Scribbler length away in third. They're followed by Parsons Boys. They take that next plain fence, number 3, and now they're going to swing into the back straight. On the inside, Majority Major. Shadowing him, the grey shape, almost white shape of Better Times Ahead. On the outside, Scribbler in third. Parsons Boy and Brian Harding move to the outside as they take their plain fence. Not altogether fluent on the inside was Lord of the West, but he jumped it safely enough. The next one will be number 5, which is an open ditch. A Majority Major and Better Times Ahead are going to come to it together. Majority Major jumps it just in front of Better Times Ahead, a length back then to Scribbler. Better on the inside was Lord of the West, and Parsons Boys together with that one on the outside. Quickly to number 6, and out there in front, Majority Major's taking it alongside Better Times Ahead. Scribbler moved up well, jumped that nicely, that last plain fence in the back straight did Scribbler, and they are just 3 or 4 lengths clear of the remaining 2 on the inside. Lord of the West, on the outside Parsons Boy, and now it's right-handed, and the next one will be an open ditch, number 7 of the 19. On the inside, Majority Major. Together with him is Better Times Ahead, a length back then to Scribbler. On the wide outside, just changing position a bit, is Parsons Boy. On the inside is Lord of the West, and they really flowed over that open ditch, all 5 of them early experienced fencers, and now they're coming uphill with 3 plain fences in front of them before they go out to the final circuit. Better Times Ahead of Majority Major, with Majority Major just in front. Scribbler being asked to quicken or to keep his place, a length away in third. Then creeping a little bit closer on the inside is Lord of the West, and Parsons Boy going well enough alongside that one on the outside as they come quickly to the next one, which will be number 9, and Better Times Ahead, who loves jumping uphill, is alongside Majority Major. Then a length back then to Scribbler. Lord of the West, as I say, getting closer on the inside, and Parsons Boy and Brian Harding still going pretty easily on the outside. This will be the last next time round, and jumped well by Better Times Ahead on the near side. Majority Major on the far side, a length back then to Scribbler. Then we have Lord of the West and Parsons Boy as they come up past the enclosures now. In this, the Lucius Challenge Cup, a handicap chase over 3 1/4 miles and a lengthy run before they come to the 11th. And Better Times Ahead and Majority Major have an advantage of a length and a half over Scribbler. On the near side in the blue colours, Parsons Boy, and the yellow colours and the black on the inside is Lord of the West, who's been ridden from behind by Tommy Carberry, Paul Carberry rather, this son of Tommy, as they swing right-handed. And Majority Major and Better Times Ahead, who've been disputing the lead over the last mile and a half. are still out there in front. A length back then to Scribbler. On the inside is Lord of the West in 4th place, but alongside him is Parsons Boy. And there's only 5 lengths or so between first and last as they go downhill and head to this plain fence jumped in the dip, number 11 of the 19. And on the inside it'll be Majority Major. Then the white tail of the outside of Better Times Ahead, and they have a length to spare over from the inside, Scribbler. And now Lord of the West and also Parsons Boy are beginning to get into the contest, and it's really coming down to the business end of affairs now, uphill towards the 12th, Majority Major. Out there in front, Better Times Ahead going really well for Tony Dobbin on the outside, but he just had a look at that one, fiddled it a little bit, and Tony said to him, "You artful old devil, just go for it," as they swing right-handed into the back straight. And 13, 14 and 15 are coming up quickly now, and Better Times Ahead just responded to that urgent request from Tony Dobbin, but Majority Major still has the lead, half a length there from Better Times Ahead. Tommy on the wide outside, Lord of the West and Paul Carberry are moving up really menacingly now in 3rd place, Scribbler in 4, Parsons Boy in 5. And over that one we have Majority Major and Better Times Ahead, a length back then to Lord of the West, who's cantering on the outside of Scribbler. And they drop Parsons Boy, who might just need the race, and Scribbler certainly dropped his hind legs at that one. And Majority Major and Better Times Ahead now with on the wide outside Lord of the West. And now we're going to see who's the toughest as they swing downhill in the Lucius and head down towards the 4th last, which is an open ditch. Majority Major still has the lead just on the inside from Better Times Ahead. And then a length or so adrift, coming wide on the outside is Lord of the West. Scribbler's trying to get it back into the contest. Parsons Boy is a couple of lengths away in 5th and last place, and they're turning back towards us, and anyone could win at this stage. As they come uphill to the 3rd last, Majority Major's going to take it alongside Better Times Ahead and Lord of the West, who is going ominously well on the right, and they've dropped Scribbler and Parsons Boy. It looks a 3-horse race, and I said last time round that Better Times Ahead like to jump uphill, but Lord of the West is going ominously well on his near side, and they've drawn clear of Majority Major, and Lord of the West hits the front of that one as they come uphill towards the 19th and final fence. Lord of the West to the right, Better Times Ahead under extreme pressure, responding gallantly for Tony Dobbin as they come into the wings of the final fence, and he's tough, isn't he? On the far side it is Better Times Ahead, on the near side it is Lord of the West, and now Better Times Ahead is calling upon those reserves of stamina inside the final 50, and he's tough against Lord of the West. A tremendous reception for Better Times Ahead as he wins his 4th consecutive race here at Carlisle. Punched out to win comfortably in the end from Lord of the West in 2nd, and Parsons Boy will run on to finish 3rd.
Had a brilliant season again, Better Times Ahead, £5 higher than winning last time, but another real gutsy and gritty victory.